For the internal features of the heart, we're again going to follow the flow of blood. We are going to go through the superior vena cava, cut down into the right atrium, which you see here. You will see a valve, which on the right atrium is your tricuspid valve because it has 3 cusps. 1, 2, 3. Coming off of the tricuspid valve are stringy looking tendons. Those are known to be your chordae tendineae. They are anchored down into the ventricle by the papillary muscle, which is here. This rough looking material in the ventricle, which is here, is known as your trabeculae carneae. You can notice the difference between the atrium and ventricle also by texture and color. The atrium is smooth and lighter, the ventricle is dark and more rough. If you follow the blood out of the right ventricle, you will go up to the pulmonary artery. On the pulmonary artery, you will see half-moon shaped cusps, which are known as your pulmonary semilunar valves. Blood will then go through the lungs, become oxygenated, go through the pulmonary veins into the right atrium, which is here. The left atrium, which is here. The left atrium, separating the left from the right atrium, you have another...
The left atrium from the left ventricle.
The left atrium from the left ventricle, you have another valve known as your mitral or bicuspid valve. 1, 2. Again, connecting the bicuspid or mitral valve are string-looking tendons named the chordae tendineae. They are also anchored down by papillary muscles. And the rough-looking material, which is more defined over here, is your trabeculae carneae. You are also able to identify the right ventricle from the left ventricle by the thickness of the wall. Notice how the wall for the left ventricle is extremely thick compared to the wall for the right ventricle, which is very thin. That's because their left needs more pressure to get the blood to the rest of the body. Following the blood out of the right ventricle, you will come up through the aorta. The aorta has half-moon shaped valves here, can you see it? Known as the aortic semilunar valves. Those prevent blood from coming back and also open when it's time for the blood to leave the left ventricle. That concludes the internal features of the heart.